Welcome back to Grenoble here on FM 24. As you can see, we are at the top of the league table at the moment with 69 points. Good, decent, a bit in front of Saint Etienne here in that second place spot, us both in those automatic promotion spots. Obviously, we want to keep winning here down the stretch to secure those automatic promotions and not have to deal with this three-team playoff here of whoever wins this then has to play. Let's just look at it. In League 1, whoever finishes in this 16th place spot is whoever finishes there is going to have to play whoever wins the playoff between these three teams. At least that's how I understand it. So right now, that would be FC Metz, and then Clermont and Havre AC are the two teams that are in those automatic demotion spots. But, you know, there aren't actually, there is a decent gap between Metz and Montpellier. But, you know, these guys, you can see these two teams here, Montpellier, and wow. I mean, if these guys got relegated, that would be... Isn't this like a massive club? Like, I've heard of this club. Like, yeah, they won League 1 through the mid-2000s. Early 2000s, mid-2000s, they were like the dominant club. And now, I mean, if they keep losing like this, they might find themselves in the relegation zone. But it does continue to be very funny that we beat Nice, who is currently in third place. They're obviously pretty much set to be in Europe next season. So, you know, a team that's going to be competing in Europe, we beat them in the cup. You know, how seriously did they take that cup? Probably not as serious as they could, but still, we did get the W over them. But anyways, back to the League 2 standings here, Ligue 2. We are in that top spot. We are trying to get that guaranteed promotion. We want up in League 1 next season, and we do not want to deal with this here. This playoffs, we want to continue winning, and if we take a look at what our rest of our schedule looks like, our fixtures here, we have 6 games left. We play Annecy, Saint Etienne, which is in the second place, VAFC. Annecy and VAFC are... Yeah, Annecy is like right on the edge of the relegation zone. VAFC is like a mid-table team. Then we play Concarneau, who's like at the top of trying to avoid the relegation zone. Ajaccio is trying to stay in that playoff promotion spot. And then Amiens to finish our season, who is in the relegation zone. So, good mix of teams there, but we have 6 games left, and we're going to try to bang this out here and see what happens to conclude our Ligue 2 season and try to get that promotion up to Ligue 1. Oh, we love seeing these progress reports here. Pleasing progress for Alain. Alain? It's probably Alain. Alain Chepche. Decent player for most League 1 sides, and his potential could lead to him becoming a leading League 1 central defender, which is just fantastic stuff. I mean, look at all these pros. Decent League 1, leading League 1 with potential, performance and training, good in the air, strength, his recent improvement, balanced, big matches, consistency, recent development, decent fit, and second nationality. And then he only has 2 cons, which is versatility and his first touch. I think his first touch isn't... I mean, it's 8. Okay, so maybe it's not the best, but I mean, he's been playing that ball-playing defender role, and he's been doing pretty damn good for us this season. And I would imagine that he is one of our most highly valued players here. Yeah, he is number 2. Number 1 would be Theo Valls, who's valued at $3.4 million to $5.2 million. And you would imagine that Chapche can definitely get up there more because he's only 22 years old. He's even wanted right now by a bunch of different sides. Obviously, we're not trying to sell him to the Portuguese league or the Spanish league. I mean, the guy is French, isn't he? Or no, he's from Cameroon. Is he like Cameroon with second nation? Yeah, his other nationality is French. So he's from Cameroon, but he also has the eligibility in France. We're not selling him to goddamn Portuguese teams. It's not happening. But Theo Valls also has teams interested. Another Portuguese league also interested in Theo Valls. I don't know why the Portuguese league is trying to poach all their players here. Portuguese league interested in Terrain. What about this guy down here, Mendy? Mendy interested by a Belgian side. Mablo has interest from a Portuguese team. Sylvester has interest from Lorient in League 1, and then a Serie B side. I don't know why we'd send him to a Serie B team, or why we would, like, why a Serie... I mean, I guess it would make sense, but they're trying to get promotion. But right now, those are the only guys who have interest in us, but, I mean, we're not selling anybody right now. We might sell people in the off-season, But if we do, it's going to be like strategic ones, like maybe Mendy, maybe even Mablo, but probably not Chapche or Vols unless we get some like insane offer that we can't refuse, or they're like, usually if I get an offer for a guy and it's one of those offers where it's like, oh, if you don't let him speak to this team, he's going to be upset, then I'm like, oh, I guess we have to sell him. But otherwise, I usually decline the offers unless it's something that's like really, really going to help us. And just a little tidbit here about our two upcoming games against Nice and Saint Etienne. As you can see, there's only 2 days of rest in between these two games. So Nice, who is currently down here fighting for that relegation zone, probably going to be resting a few guys against them. Obviously not going to be playing like a U19 lineup, but some guys might be getting some rest so they're fresh for the game against Saint Etienne, because we want to be able to beat this team. They're in good form right now. We want to be able to not let them gain points on us. Oh man, they want us to talk to the team about playoff cup chances. We're trying to not be in the playoff cup though. Should I ease expectations, or should I? We've been in a good form. Okay, I'll take that. Anything that's not a negative, I will take. Who dropped? Spain! Spain dropped out of this. Okay. I was going to say, the Netherlands, they jumped somebody. We did not get jumped. We're actually in third as a country. England, Italy, then us, then Germany, and then the Netherlands are now in fifth because, or here it says that, I don't really know what I'm looking at, to be quite honest. This says that Spain should still be top 5, but for whatever reason, this list does not. Oh, I see. I was looking at the wrong list. For whatever reason, when you click on this, it brings you to this list, which is not what it's showing you. It's showing you this list. So yeah, this is what it is, where the top 5 is here. Spain is 6th, Austria 7th over Portugal. Belgium is way down in 11th. Alrighty, we are here on the road, taking on FC Annecy. They've won their last game, drew the 2 before that. So a little bit of better form for them recently here, but they're still, battling to try to get out of that relegation zone. Or I believe they're currently 1 spot out of it, I believe, because I believe Laval is in the playoff spot right now. But, yes, we are trying to secure, I believe this game, if we win this game, we would get a secured playoff spot. So, big game for us. And then next game we play is against the team that's in second place. We have a bunch of guys resting this game because we only have a game 2 days later. Let's see if some of our backups can do it. Guys like Alabi, Torres is obviously been starting a lot for us recently. Amine's starting, Maïssa Bot, striker. Hajjam's in the game. Sorry, Kaya's at center back. And then our backup keeper is in as well. And Alabi has some space. Nice through. Oh my god, beautiful. Maïssa Ba's 10th goal of the season. He finds the twine. It's 1-0 Grenoble. Here in it went in at the very end of the 10th minute. Nothing going on. We have 2 shots. We have 1 on target. It's gone in the net. Just really nothing going on for our squad here. Don't like what I'm seeing. Still nothing happening. Still nothing happening. And now we're right here before half, and there's a highlight. As we're just passing it around the back. Hajjam and Kaya just playing catch back here, essentially. Then they finally work it out to the right. Terrain, look at all this space. Terrain's got a bunch of space up that right wing. He sends on a lobby. And his shot gets stopped. Gives us a corner. Here in the 47th. We have struggled to get enough shots in. Yeah, I would agree. They have no shots, but we have, what do we have, 3 now? As we go with the short corner here. And nothing happens from it. So yeah, here at half, it's 1-0, but we're not exactly blowing them out. I don't like this. I've been playing FM for long enough to know that when you see a highlight in the 93rd like this, down 1-0, you should be concerned. As Bamba gives them a corner. And then I love the text of the Bobby like, well, who's this? The keeper joining the attack. Oh my god, please just get it out. Sorry, Kaya gets it out of there. I don't like how much we're defending here in this second half. We're getting like no highlights offensively. Is this the end of half highlight, or is this the end of game highlight, or are we just gonna have something happen here as we roll it out? Possibly get up the field, make it 2-0 before... No, that's the end of game highlight. We win 1-0. Not exactly the strongest performance, but we do get a dub over a Nisi. 0.5 XG. I mean, it just gotta be better. It just has to be. Apparently, Bastia, with their most recent loss to Guingamp, 2-0, they have now mathematically been impossible to come out of the relegation zone. So Bastia has secured their spot being relegated. That's a tough draw. 18 points. We have 5-ish games. I don't know how many they have. I have 5 left on the season. Not a great year. 4 wins, 6 draws, 23 losses. Get a few more draws there, and suddenly you're up in like this category, but, you know, I've been there. I've been there with Osnabrück. It's not fun. Some big news here. We're actually approaching our club record for win total here. We've won 22 matches. The Grenoble season record is 23. So we win one more game here, and we tie that record. We have 5 games to break it. 5 games to tie it even. I would imagine that we're probably going to at least tie the record. Oh, we're seeing the around the world here. My beloved Brighton and Hove Albion. Hang on! Hang on! All right. Back here in the French Alps in Grenoble. We're on a 2-game win streak here. We've won 4 of our last 5 in good form. Saint Etienne are also in good form, though. They've drawn 2 in a row. This is the number 2 team in the league. It's our 4-3-3 going up against their 4-2-3-1. We have 72 points. They have 64. It's a bit of a long shot for them to catch us for that league winning spot, but I would imagine they're not gonna. It's not like they're not trying. All right, we're approaching the 20th minute here, and so far this has been the only highlight. Them with a corner. Them getting their corner saved by Mableu. Somehow. My goodness. Can we please? Mableu catches it. And here we go. Highlight for us on their end. So far they have 1 shot. We have none. As Benet tries to score from outside the box. That was the FIFA finesse from the corner right there. The FC, rather. I mean, I'm sure people still call it FIFA. It's fucking FIFA. I mean, nothing is happening here. They have 3 shots. We have 1. We're getting a throw-in in the final third here as Benet whips it over to Mendy. Has a bunch of space, but then that first touch is terrible and turns it over. Chapche in that ball-playing defender role. He's dribbling that shit way up there. Oh. Oh my god! Insane! They hoof it down. We knock it down. Get possession back. Bamba bringing it up that left wing. Crossing it in. Oh my god! Nice ball. Nice ball from Sylvester. Benet getting double covered over here on the byline. Works it into the half space. Oh my god. Corner in the 52nd. Rigo whips it in. And Pastalacci skims the top of the bar at the header. He's Mr. Woodwork. He's like me in FC 25. Bamba up that left wing. Is that not a penalty? Yes! Jesse Benet finds the back of the net. It's 1-0 Grenoble here in the 53rd. Fantastic stuff there. To work that ball into the box. Find Benet. Work it left to right here. Bamba gets his own thing back. Finds Benet. Impossible to stop that from their keeper as we take a 1-0 lead. All right, highlight for them in our end. Don't love that. Don't love that. That was too easy. Another highlight for us in the final third. Oh my god! Benet almost, that little one-touch there from Pastalacci dropping it back was nice. But we cannot find the net. Free kick. Oh, yes! Yes! That was crazy! What was that, a Mamadou Diarra header? Floated over the keeper, hits that back bar, lands in play, and I think Bamba just kind of like tapped it in. Diarra with like an arcing header goes right to Bamba, taps it in, 2-1 Grenoble, we're back on top. They have a bunch of extra time, I don't love that. Free kick. Hits the wall, right to Bamba. And Bamba finds the net! His second goal of the game! It's a 3-1 lead for Grenoble, and that should do it, folks. We have beaten the number 2 team in the league. That should put some good distance between us and them as the season winds down to an end here. Nice ricochet right to Bamba. That's the type of bounces my opponents get against us in FC 25. In FM, we're getting those bounces. Don't love the immediate highlight. That's always a bad thing. Don't love it. Like right now, it sounds so loud. I don't understand. I have the volume on 1. But it sounds like it's like blasting. Oh my god. Turns out we needed the insurance goal. Bamba. Oh my god. Oh my god! I was tempted to say Bamba looking for his hat trick, but he was over there in the corner, so I was like, oh, he's not going to do anything from there, but he works it back to the middle, goes on a run, and they find him. It's 4-2 Grenoble as Bamba seals the deal here with the hat trick. Beautiful stuff. Are we going to score again? How is the whistle not blown? It's +6. We're in the 98th minute. I mean, how is it still not the whistle? How is the whistle not blown? What is happening? I mean, the ref's just letting us pile it on here. Own goal from the keeper. I mean, the refs just made that happen. I don't know what's going on here, why we're in the 98th minute, about to be 99th minute. But, refs just screwing these guys over. And they're not immediately blowing the whistle. They're still letting it play out. They're still like, yeah, let's do this. And they're intercepting it. Are we going to score again? No. Now it's the whistle. Holy hell. What a wild end of the game there is Grenoble. Scoring woes no more. We net 5 in this one with a 5-2 victory. 3.45 XG, 2 clear-cut chances, 16 shots, 9 on target. Fantastic stuff from us as we separate from Saint Etienne even more here in the standings, as we will take a look at that. Boom. There you have it. Grenoble, 75 points. Saint Etienne with 64. And now they're closer to not getting that playoff spot, or not getting the guaranteed promotion spot, rather. So Rodez and Ajaccio, even Bordeaux, even Auxerre, if they go on a run here, these teams are all still possibly able to get into the second spot. So Saint Etienne, they needed that win there. They could not get it. And we are now officially playoff bound. We are mathematically ineligible to, I guess, fall out of the playoff fall out of the playoff promotion zone. So obviously we're trying to get the actual promotion through the automatic promotion and win the goddamn league. Fantastic stuff. The board is delighted with our club vision progress. We have passed the objective of reaching the playoffs this season. Obviously that's not our final goal. ours personally, but good to see that the board is elated with how we are doing. Here we go. 4 games remaining in the season. The race is on as Grenoble, Saint-Étienne, Rodez, and Ajaccio and 3 other teams battle it out for the promotion in Ligue 2. Grenoble now look clear favorites to secure promotion. The most eye-catching fixture is Saint-Étienne take on Rodez on May 11th. Alrighty, so we have tied the record for Grenoble's club record of wins in a season with 23. We beat VAFC here in our next game, and we get that club record of 24. Hell yes. Hell yes, the team meeting here, trying to get them hyped for promotion here. I don't understand how it had a negative effect on Ba and Sanyang, and everyone else was like, hell yes. But we'll take it. Alrighty, another game here. We are taking on VAFC. I believe we are on the road for this one. Did I just see they have Czech Diabate? Am I seeing that correctly? We've won 3 in a row, 4 of our last 5, coming off a big win against Saint-Étienne here. We've clinched that playoff spot. We have 75 points. We are 9 points in front of Saint-Étienne and Rodez, who both have 64, and then Ajaccio behind them at 63. Looking to... why does every coach in this league have a tracksuit on? What is that? Oh, what a ball. What a ball from Valls. Oh my goodness, what a ball. Valls to Bamba, and then Bamba finds Pastalacci in the box. And Grenoble has gone up 1-0 here in the 10th minute. Might have been the 9th minute when they scored this. Let's see. On the replay. I'm thinking this actually went into the 9th. It did indeed. Very end of the 9th minute, 1-0 Grenoble. As Valls works it back to Mendy, and then terrible pass into the middle for Rigo. Luckily, Rigo gets it back. Little long ball there from Torre. Bamba tracks it down. Back to the middle. There we go! 2-0 Grenoble. Eddie Sylvester on the assist from Rigo makes it 2-0. And Grenoble looking like they might run away with this one here over VAFC. Corner for us here in the 30th. Oh my god, Dante Rigo with a header. 3-0 Grenoble, and we really are running away with this one. Pastalacci. Oh my god, beautiful. Beautiful touch from Pastalacci there. Looks like he hit it with his chest there to push it past the goalie. And then just tucks it around him. 4-0 Grenoble. Another highlight, perhaps another goal before half. Nope. Maybe? Maybe. Indeed! 5-0 Grenoble. Theo Valls on the long shot from outside the box. Oh my god. Almost another goal there. Instead we get a corner. Are they going to let us take it? No, it's not. That's the end of the game. It's 5-0 Grenoble as the final whistle blows. And we are being crowned champions. I believe that is what's happening here. We have mathematically eliminated everybody with 3 games left in the season. Let it wash over you. Hell yes! Hell yes! Grenoble, kings of Ligue 2. Just beautiful. I mean, my manager is just looking like an absolute tank out there. My goodness. I mean, just a drudging of VAFC here. 5-0. Obviously, all 5 goals were in the first half. Pastalacci gets 2. 13 shots, 8 on target. 3 clear-cut chances. We shut him out, get a clean sheet. And we secure the championship. And also, not only did we get the championship, we get the League 2 title, obviously, but... we also, is it going to tell us? I guess it's not going to show us, but we definitely have the win record now in Grenoble club history with 24 wins in a season as we clinch that Ligue 2 title. The board have set the initial payroll for the coming season at 10.68 per annual, and the transfer budget at $5 million, which I believe is quite a bump. Yeah, we have a $5 million transfer budget. Yeah, I mean, we suddenly just have... Yeah, wasn't this in, like, the 7s? I'm pretty sure this was in the 7s, because we were, like, right at... what am I saying? We were, like, right at the tip of the budget, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's gone up. And Grenoble, looking pretty hot. 3 games left in the season, and we're just playing with house money at this point. As Bourne brings glory to Grenoble, Jeremy Bourne out here, getting the Ligue 2 title. Last year's winners, Havre AC, I believe they are currently slated to get relegated. If we take a look at the Ligue 1, yes, they are currently in a automatic demotion spot or relegation spot, so, you know, next year, obviously going to be different. Here, this season, it's been fantastic, just running through Ligue 2, but once we get up to the top flight, it's going to be an entirely different experience of us just trying to survive and not get relegated in a league filled with teams better than us, way better facilities than us, way more money than we do. I mean, we're obviously the goal is many years from now trying to compete with teams like PSG, but we are quite a long way away from that. I mean, we're even quite a long way from like competing with like teams like Lille and stuff like that. Like, we're just trying to solidify ourselves as like a mid-table team in the next couple seasons, if I had to imagine. But next year is going to be all about survival. All right, we are now receiving another message about one of our players, Saiku Toure. He has been very versatile for us this season. I've very much enjoyed how he's been playing. I don't know exactly how valuable he's going to be next season in Ligue 1 because he's not a starter for us at this point. I mean, I'm sure he'll play for us next season, but I mean, like, what does he want? Because he's making like he's making 98.5K per annual through next season right now. He thinks he's underpaid. How about we talk about at the end of the season? Okay, at the end of the season, we'll talk to Toure about extending him, or giving him a better contract, rather. But right now, not going to worry about that. As Jesse Benet gets hurt in training. I was planning on resting, like, basically all of our starters in these last 3 games, just playing a lot of prospects and whatnot anyways, and then Benet gets hurt in practice. And now Chapche is also developing concerns about his new contract. Which is, I guess that's fair for him, because he's been very good. We'll kick off talks. I think, yeah, we want him to be happy. So what is the deal with him? Discuss new contract. We're interested. We're not prepared. He would want a salary of what now? 636K to 777K per annual? We can drop him that of 573 to 700. But I mean, the guy's making 162,000 right now. I know we're starting to get a big pay bump, but I mean, like, Jesus Christ. That's like well above our top paid guy in Son Yang. I mean, that's, my God. I mean, it is Ligue 1, so I guess that does make sense. Okay, his agent has no patience. We tried to negotiate this down to the $500,000 that he said he was going to accept, and now his agent is like demanding all this stuff. So we're really not going to be able to mess with this, or else he's just going to like be angry at us. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're going to give him a goal and assist bonus, a shutout bonus, which I was already planning on giving him. Team of the year, sure. If you make Team of the Year in Ligue 1, that'd be fucking incredible. But, I mean, I guess we're just not going to mess with this, because I really do want to extend him, and I want him to be a part of our team long term. So we're just going to offer this, And wait a minute, we can't even offer this. So he wants this. That would exceed... Okay, so... Yeah, let's just say... Let's remove that. And then he walks away. Sick. Sick. Sick, dude. Awesome. What? What? A potential board takeover? That could be disastrous. Or it could be fantastic. I mean, Jesus. Alrighty, it's the start of the final 3 games of the season. We've won 4 in a row. And we, as you can see, are starting a bunch of just players we want to get playing time to. Guys we want to get time here on the senior squad. Just see what they can do for us. Against Concarneau, who are in 15th right now. You know, we're just going to see how these guys do. We're not going to be playing a ton of starters here these last 3 games. We're going to be playing a lot of guys. We would just want to see what they can do, give us some time on the senior squad, and just see how they play. Maybe aid their development a bit as well. Are they applauding us? Are they like, yes, the other team is like, yes, yes, Grenoble, they're better than us. Yes! Penalty. Give it to us. Point to the spot. Who's taking this? Can I click on... It's Lenny Joseph, rather. And he bangs it on home. It's 1-0 Grenoble here in the 38th. His 4th goal of the season. Another penalty! Who's taking it this time? It's Bella, who has come on to replace Lenny Joseph. Jeremy. And he scores. 2-0 Grenoble, both on corners, or both on penalties, rather. His first goal for us in on loan from Clermont, who I believe last I checked were going to get relegated from Ligue 1. All right, full time. We get the dub, 2-1. Don't get the clean sheet, but we definitely were the better team, even with our group of like second team and U19 players, who I think all have high potential, with a mix of like some guys who are like senior squad players, like Amine played, and Bella, and Geno, and Serikaya, and Chapche came in at the end, Alabi. Obviously Lenny Joseph, Hajam played, but getting the dub. Another win for Grenoble as we extend our record to 25 wins. All right, we just got a message that Amiens has fallen into the National, which means that we now have 3 teams that are all secured into relegation. Amiens, Dunkirk, and Bastia are all going down into the National. And Laval right now is in that playoff spot, but it could still be a Nice or even Concarneau, I'd imagine, if Laval starts winning some games here. But right now, Laval looking like they're going to end up getting relegated. A little behind the scenes here. Laval and Amiens were actually the 2 other clubs that I was considering being when I started this series. I knew I wanted to be in Ligue 2. I just did not know what team I wanted to be. And Laval and Amiens were the first 2 teams that I considered. And I believe they're not really, like, media predicted 15th. I guess maybe they were not really so hot. But Amiens, I don't think, maybe 13th. Okay, so I guess not as bad. But I mean, it's not like we were projected to win the goddamn league. We were media predicted 12th and we won the league. You look at the season preview here. Yeah, I mean, I guess we had the 5th best odds. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this changes as the season goes on. I'm not really sure, though. But, like, I just don't understand how this works compared to media prediction here. So you go to here, it says we're 12th. You go to here, it says we had the 5th best odds. That doesn't make any sense to me. But Concarneau, though, they just got promoted up to Ligue 2, rather, and it's looking like they might hang around. You know, they do still need to keep hanging on, but right now, they're gonna stay. So that's what we're gonna be trying to do next season up in the top flight. Alrighty, so the youth intake has been announced here for Grenoble with the 2024 Scholars. These are the players that we brought in just to have in our youth organization. So these are the top talents. We brought in the goalkeeper, Andrea Lelon, Matteo Chambon, a midfielder. Feud Webel, something like that, an attacking winger. And then we also had a winger, attacking mid, sort of striker type guy, Pietro Pepe. And then we dropped down to the good talents with Paul Massoni, Frederic Vieira, Raphael Ziegler, Jean-Paul Cazot. And then we just signed this defender, Davy Vial, just because we wanted to get like a body in defensively for the youth intake. They recommended I signed him, so I was like, hey, why not? He's going to want like the most minimal amount of money possible, so might as well get a guy just to have a body in on the U19s. And those are the guys we signed from the youth intake this year. Alrighty, second to last game of the season. We're taking on Ajaccio, one of the teams that got relegated from Ligue 1 last season and is now trying to get back up into the league through the playoff, as we have won 5 of our last 5. We've won 5 in a row, obviously. Ajaccio, they're trying to hang on to these top 5 spots here. I think it's 3, 4, 5 that are the playoff spot. They're trying to hold off Auxerre and Bordeaux. So they need to win, and we're actually starting the starters this game. We gave them a week off, even in practice, and now they're back in there. See how they do, as we're on key highlights for the last 2 games of the season. Did not realize these guys had like a cross-stripe kit. I like that. That's schnazzy. But then Pastalacci gets it back on the counter press. And Sylvester works it to the middle. Valls sends on Bamba with a through ball. Crosses it in. Pastalacci! His 25th goal of the season here in the 5th minute gives Grenoble a 1-0 lead. And now he's doing like the chicken dance or something. I don't even know what that was. Dangerous free kick for Ajaccio. Oh my goodness. Blocks off the wall and goes back for a corner. And they get it. That is not what we want. And there he is! The super sub himself, Meissa Ba. Finds the back of the net, and Grenoble's back on top. You can't hold down the boys from the Alps for long. How about a corner goal? That'd be cool. And there it is. Sarikaya's first goal of the season. 3-1 Grenoble. Take that, Ajaccio. You think I'm going to let off the fucking gas against you? Not happening. And there it is, the final whistle, as Grenoble wins this one 3-1 over Ajaccio. We dominated them on the XG. They got a decent amount of shots on us, but not a lot of high-quality shots, as we win this one 3-1. We now have 84 points on the season. Saint Etienne has now dropped into the playoff. Ajaccio has dropped out of the playoff spot. Bordeaux and Auxerre are now into the playoff spot. All sorts of shuffling happening here. I mean, this group of like 5 teams here, from Rodez down to Ajaccio, very, very tight, and this could flip constantly as we get down into the last week of the season. We'll see how things shake out and who's going to be in that relegation, or who's going to be in that promotion playoff spot, and who's going to be in the other promotion spot here in second place. You have got to be kidding me. This guy's agent has fucked me out of being able to sign him. You have got to be kidding me. So we said that we would sign him. I went to go sign him, and the agent threw in a yearly salary raise that is above what our board is letting us offer. We all saw that happen. He came back to me. I was like, okay, we can't get it done, whatever, we'll come back to him. He came back to me personally, Chap Che, and he was like, hey, how come we haven't gotten the contract done? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, the contract talks broke down. We'll get back to it here as soon as possible. And now, and then after that, I didn't show it, but after that he was like, oh, okay, that sounds good. And now all of a sudden, like 3 days later, he's like, I've actually grown increasingly concerned about broken promises. I don't think I continue to play for this club. You have got to be kidding. I don't want to sell Chap Che. I want Chap Che on this team next year. He's a key part of this team. We were thinking about playing a 5-in-the-back system to help us with trying to survive next year, and he is a key part of that. That's why we're trying to do it, because we want to play Chap Che. some sort of mix of Chapche, Sarikaya, and Diarra, and Shanteep as those 4 key center back pieces. But if we only have 3 of them, then we're not going to play a 4 at the back, or 5 at the back, obviously, with 3 center backs. Unless we sign somebody, but I mean, please. What if I just apologize? Can we start? No. Dude, he's a highly influential player too, so if I start like fucking with him, he's gonna really be like, dude, I'm not gonna... You gotta be kidding me. His agent screwed us out of this. It wasn't like I negotiated with the guy like 9 times. I offered him what he said he would accept, and then the agent was immediately like, here, he wants something more than we talked about, and we're also having a thing in there that you can't even, the board won't even let you do, the yearly salary raise that I had to get rid of, and just removing that and everything else on the terms, keeping it the same what he wanted, made him be like, oh, well, we're not doing that. So, I've been fucked out of Chapche. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I did the raise hand. I don't know if that helped, and I did the raise hands pacify thing. He's going to stay on and focus on playing for soccer. Like, please just let me offer the guy what he wants. Can we... Yes, here we go. Important player. Finalize. Negotiate. Boom. I really don't like that you have a relegation clause in this. I don't like that at all. I don't like this either, but we will just offer, let's just say, this, I guess, and we'll go... I don't want you to get up to that much, so like maybe... Or I guess we'll leave that. Let's say 10 games. You get 10 games international, and then we'll bump you up to like 780. And then let's just say we don't want a relegation clause. And then I suggest that, and now all of a sudden the agent's like, hey buddy, fuck you. He's doing it again. He's saying, hey, we're giving you this thing that you can't even afford. What if we go 5% yearly salary raise, huh? What if we do that? He has no patience, so the second I hit this, he's either going to accept it or he's going to be like, fuck you. Thank God. Oh my God. Well, this is going to be a hell of a contract. But, I mean, we need him. We need Chapche. He's a 22-year-old monster center back. We need him. Praising everybody's training. Because we're all training so goddamn well. Alrighty, it is the final weekend of the season. We have all the games being played today here on Saturday, May 18th. The top billing is Auxerre and Concarneau, because Concarneau, if we take a look at the league table here, they need a win. If Laval wins, that's not good for them. So Concar needs a win, but they're playing Auxerre, who also needs to win to stay in this playoff promotion. I mean, technically they could get help and stay, but like, you would think that they want to keep winning. They're on an incredible form right now. You would think they would want to keep winning. So like, Concarneau in a tough spot, playing against Auxerre here. As you can see, Concarneau's lost 4 in a row. Auxerre is just on a roll. As far as the other matchups around the league, we have like Rodez and Ajaccio. That's a huge game because Ajaccio wants to get back in the playoff picture. Saint Etienne is looking for a win over QRM. Lot of stuff on the line today because we had this big log jam between Rodez down to Ajaccio. Ajaccio trying to get back into the mix here. And Concarneau trying not to get relegated, and Laval also trying not to get relegated. Now, technically, they do still have a chance to beat whoever is in that playoff promotion spot down in the league below us in the National, which right now, I don't know who it would be. I guess I don't know. It's not popping up. It's not showing me like a second tier. For right now, it's just showing that these guys won the league. These guys are getting that second promotion spot. But then, who would be the other one? So there's only 2 promotion spots? It doesn't say that there's a playoff. So then what the hell is that spot? What the hell is this 17th spot then, if only 2 teams right now are getting promoted? How are we having 3 teams get relegated, possibly 4, but only 2 get promoted? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's got to be something that's, like, not showing up right now. Like, it has to be, like, they must have, like, the same sort of thing where there's a playoff between 3 through 6 here, or 3 through 5, and whoever wins that, I don't know. Well, we have 3 getting, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but right now, that's what the standings below us looks like. Alrighty, we have won 6 in a row, actually. We've continued our win streak. It's the last week of the season, the last game of the season for us, taking on Amiens, who have already been relegated. They're playing a 5 at the back. We are playing a usual tactic where we have pass into space, and we are on a mid-block trying to drag them out of their constantly sitting behind shit they're doing. So, we'll see how it goes as we are playing the final game of the season here with a couple changes. We have like a back 3-ish thing where we have Chepche, Sarikaya, and then Shantip as an inverted fullback as they almost score. We have our Maloko in net, the keeper. Joshua Baba, the Nigerian, is backing him up. And then we have Kevin Owato here in the striker position. Postolacci gets the last game out. He's not even on the team. And Maisa Ba is the sub striker we have on the bench. As we check in here in the 15th, we are intercepting a throw-in. And we're dropping it back. Chepche getting real far up there. Works with the terrain. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh my God! The almost $800,000 man thinking he's going to walk in there and score. I do like to put my ball-playing defenders being instructed to... this is just something I've recently started doing in most of my tactics, where I instruct my ball-playing defenders to dribble more. And I like how it works. You know, you have to have, like, the structure in place to make it work, obviously, but... That happened because he's on dribble more. So, great. So our keeper just got hurt where he has to come out, and then Rigo also got hurt, who he's hampered by an injury. So we're making 2 subs here in the 32nd minute. So Baba's coming in to play keeper, and let's bring in a Lobby to play deep-lying playmaker. Oh, look at that. A Lobby just taking it off his foot. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. We can't lose this. Oh, my God, it's offsides. Holy fuck. Maisa Ba drops it back. The cross. There it is! The whipped crosses. 1-0 Grenoble. We're on top for the first time here in this game. The first goal finally scored here in the 75th. And there it is, the end of the season here, as we do get the 1-0 victory as we end the season on a 7-game win streak. Not exactly the highest scoring game for us, not the highest XG game for us, but we had Kevin Owato up there at striker for the majority of the game, not playing our usual thing where we had the inverted fullback there as the left back. And that is just brutal. So around the league, Auxerre beats Concarneau by 1. So Concarneau drops into that final relegation, or that first relegation spot. Laval just now out of the relegation spot. Brutal flip there for Concarneau. And then Saint-Étienne gets back up into the promotion spot as they beat QRM 1-0. Auxerre moves up, Rodez moves into the playoff spot, and then Ajaccio looks like they lost. They drew. They drew with Rodez. So yeah, they needed a win, and they don't get it. So Bordeaux slips into that playoff promotion spot with Auxerre and Rodez. Ajaccio misses out. Tough, sucks to suck, you know. They drop out of that because we beat them, what was it, last game, and sucks to suck. Jesus, Maloko fractured his lower arm doing that. That is not ideal. And you can see here the quick run through our players' stats here at the end of the season. Postolacci finishes with 25 goals. Average rating was Rigo. Most assists was Vols with 16. Most player of the match awards, Postolacci with 5. Mendy and Terrain both with 8 yellow cards. And if we take a look at our data hub here for the team, General performance, very good. Expected goals was 74.2. We scored 94 actual goals, 87 actual points. But I mean, even then, we were expected points first, and we just still outperformed it because we were just clicking on all cylinders this season. High scoring, clinical shooting, average shooting, aggressive shooting, clinical shooting. I mean, like, a lot of our attacking was great. Our passing was very good up here in the top. Only team better than us was Paris FC with a lot of passes and accurate passing. Guingamp just dominated possession. We weren't really a great possession team this year. That wasn't our game. We didn't focus on possession. That's usually something I like to do, but we just didn't do that this year, and it worked out. We were just great when we did have the ball. I mean, Guingamp, they don't even get in the promotion playoff with being that great of a possession team. So, you know, just because you have possession doesn't mean you're actually scoring with it, as I very much know. Defensive efficiency wasn't the greatest. Our defending also wasn't the greatest according to this chart. Passing dynamics down here. Goalkeeping down here. Our pitch tilt. Our pressing intensity was very high. We expected that. So yeah, around the league here, for League 2, the player overview, Virgil Postolacci led League 2 in goals with 22. He had 25 total, so 3 of them came in the cup, 22 in the league, and 27 appearances. I mean, that's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. Crazy that Concarneau has a guy here with 20 goals, and they're still, you know, they have a chance to stay up, but you would think a team with 20 goals would be able to, you know, stay up even more secure than that. They did kind of fail at the end there. They were in a spot to stay up, but they dropped there towards the end. I think they'd lost like their last 4 straight games. He also had the most players of the matches. So, I mean, I guess he was just far and away the best player on their team. This guy, maybe worth keeping an eye on at some point. We also had 2 players tied for the most assists here, as it's not going to show us there, but we can't click on it. So, yeah. Or no, 2 players were tied, but we had one of the 2 players. So Theo Valls was tied for the league lead in assist with a guy from Auxerre. And then Rigo was 5th down here with 10 assists on the season. Concarneau also had a guy on here. Most player of the matches. Yeah, we know it was that guy. He had 2 more than the next highest guy. Most key passes, we had some dudes littered on here. Theo Valls and Dante Rigo. Both were quite solid for us. Most tackles, 1. We were not up here. Most dribbles made, not up there. Most shutouts, we were not up there. Fewest conceded, we were, though. Both of our keepers in 2nd and 3rd here between Loish and Bryce Mableu. Expected assists, we had the number 2 guy. Expected goals prevented per 90, we had Mableu. Chances created, we had Theo Valls in 2nd. The team goals, I mean, that's just crazy. Team goals, we had everybody here. Goals per 90 minutes, we had Postolacci, who led the league there. Benet was 4th. Games won, we had the league, obviously, that we won the most games. Average rating, Dante Rigo led the league in that. Expected assists per 90. Theo Valls and Amine were both top 4, top 3 even. And then taking a look at the team overview page here for the league. Obviously, we had the most goals in the league with 94, well above Guingamp, who finished 2nd. We had 9 corner goals, not exactly the most of those, but still a solid season for us. We had the most points per game with 22.9, a well above, I mean, it's a decent amount, but it's not the highest I've seen. Saint Etienne there in 2nd place. Most shots, we were 3rd. Fewest shots against, we were the bottom. So not exactly conceding a lot of shots, making it pretty easy for our goalkeepers. Pass completion percentage. Paris, they were that team that really concentrated on possession this year. We were 3rd. It was Guingamp that concentrated on possession. Paris was just really efficient at passing. But they did have possession, too. They led the league in possession. I mean, it says we had the 2nd most possession. So, you know, I guess we weren't geared towards possessing the ball, but we did possess the ball a decent amount. Most tackles, 1 was Amiens. We were not up there. Most dribbles made was Auxerre, and then us in 2nd. We had the most shutouts with 15. Fewest conceded was us. So we had the most goals and the fewest conceded. Pretty damn good recipe for success there. You can see our form tied with Auxerre here. Just winning. Games without losing, we had 7 in a row. Auxerre had 10. We were not even top 5 in attendance. We were 11th in attendance, despite being the best team in the league this season. I mean, I'd imagine that has to do with what our stadium is. we have 20,000 capacity. We just didn't fill up the stadium. Hopefully next season that's a bit better now that we got promoted. Yeah, I mean, we're only getting 36% of our cap. That's got to improve. And then the net transfer spend, we were 16th for that. We spent $830,000. Or no, we were negative $830,000. What am I saying? The only teams that made money, I guess, I'm thinking I'm reading this right, is the only teams that made money are people above Dunkirk and Annecy here. So St. Etienne managed to make $2 million. We lost $800,000. But at least we weren't like these teams, losing millions of dollars. Alrighty, we got our supporter profile. Apparently we went up 33% in core supporters, 17% in fair weather. We went down in family and hardcore, though, so that's interesting. We got a bunch of social media followers, and I guess they expect us to avoid relegation. I would imagine that is probably going to be our goal for like at least a couple seasons. And then we have our expectations meeting here. The culture for the board is they still expect us to develop players in the club youth system, attacking soccer, possession soccer, make the most of set pieces, play high tempo pressing. So we might be trying to play like a 4-2-3-1 like gegenpress next season, even though you wouldn't really think that would be the case for a team that just got promoted, but that's what our board wants us to play. Obviously, they expect us to work within the payroll budget. We're not trying to give contracts to guys who are old anyways, and then attempt to avoid relegation from Ligue 1, and that is the goal through the end of 2028-2029. I would hope that by this time we're in a better spot than just like finishing 18th every year. The squad dynamic is fantastic. The locker room atmosphere and the leadership support are both excellent. The end of season meeting, we will tell them we are trying to avoid relegation. We are good enough to avoid relegation. Yes, they're all pleased. Absolutely. And then the takeover rumors here at Grenoble continue. Hopefully, maybe we get a good owner. We get a new ownership that's going to give us like a shit ton of cash injection. That'd be cool. But I think that's where we're going to leave things off for this episode. Next time we pick things back up, we will be embarking on our first off-season, preparing to be in Ligue 1.